How you guys doing? Back with another late night discussion. I'm going to talk to you guys, and I love having these late night discussions, and I know people enjoy them. But I'm going to talk to you guys about being a man of peace. Um, Something I was thinking about, and what I had to learn is that in this world that we live in, you cannot be a man of peace. Now, mothers raise their sons to be, godly men, Jesus boys. But let's be real, in this world, you cannot be a man of peace because this world is a dark place. And this world um, is it's a cold, cold place. This world is cutthroat. This world is unforgiving. This world is not a loving place. And as the years go on, it's getting more and more dark. And raising a boy to be a man of peace is really doing him a disservice because in this world full of tyrants, in this world full of evil, you can't be no man of peace. And society doesn't respect a man of peace. In this world, being a tyrant, being ruthless, being cutthroat, that is what's respected in this world. Being a man of peace is not respected in this world, and being a man of peace will get you ran over and taken advantage of. But and this is the importance of fathers being in the picture, because fathers create that equal balance. Because mothers, they want to raise their boys to be a man that they wouldn't even be attracted to. This is why fathers need to be in the picture, because fathers create that balance. I learned this the hard way. When you see how cutthroat the world is, when you see how evil this world is, you know, being a man of peace is not the way to go. It's not the kind of man that you need to be. You can have a peaceful side, but you need to have a side that's ready for war as well. And that's what I had to learn, because you have to have that balance, especially in this society, because this world is a dark place, and you'll get eaten alive by the wolves if you're just a man of peace. I know people got to agree with this. I used to believe you could go through life being a man of peace, being loving, being good-hearted. You have to have a dark side. My father told me that before. You can't go through this life being just a man of peace. Even Jesus got mad at times. And I had to learn that, because this world that we live in is bad. And I always remember that quote from the 48 Laws of Power. A man who is good amongst the many who are not good will soon come to ruin. A quote by Nicolai Machiavelli, I believe. That's real. And see, when you're raised, all churched out, you're taught to be a man of peace. And this is why you need a father there to create that balance, because if as a man, you got to have that side that's ready for war. You have to have that side. And that's something that I had to learn, being raised all spiritual, all churchified, it dumbs your masculinity down. And That's one of the detriments of being raised like that. And if you're a man of peace, you're just going to get eaten alive in this world by the wolves and the sharks. You can't be that way in this world. You have to have an edge. You have to have a dark side to you. And that's something I wish I would have learned a lot younger. That, like I say, this is why it's important for fathers to be in the picture, because a lot of mothers, they raise their sons to be a man of peace. But let's be real, I don't even think women would respect a man of peace. You know, um, there's a place and time for everything. And being a man of peace is just not respected in this society. You know, this world is just becoming more dark every day. And going through life being a goober, you're just going to get taken advantage of, and it possibly could get you knocked off as well. And this is something that needs to be taught, especially to boys very young. Um, you want to be a man. You want to be in this society. It's best to be a man who is a tyrant. It's best to be a tyrant. I would say it's better to be a tyrant or be a tyrant or be, cutthroat, rather than be a man of peace. You know, it's better to be a savage than to be a man of peace. You know, you can have a peaceful side, but you got to have that side that's ready for war too. Because as a man, you gotta have that fire. You gotta have that, that ready to go to war mentality. You can't always be peaceful. And that's something that I had to learn. And I'm sure that's something a lot of guys had to learn. Um, I don't, a woman would love a man who's violent over a man who has peace. And I just feel long as you have that equal balance, and that now that's why it's so important for boys to have that male figure. you know I don't feel as a man you need to be violent, but you have to have that balance. um Mothers, they don't know what they're doing when they're raising their boys to be men of peace, because in order to be ready for this world, in order to be ready for the sharks, in order to be ready for the wolves, life is different for a man. The road that a woman has to travel down is totally different from the road that a man has to travel down. It's two different entities. And I see that this is why you cannot be a man of peace. You understand, Um it's sad that the world is like this, but this is how it is. This world is built this way. But a lot of boys are not taught this, especially if they're not being raised in a household with two parents. You know, but this is a discussion that I feel a lot of, especially boys, need to get from a young age. They need to be taught that as a man, you cannot be a man of peace. Not in this society. Being a man of peace is going to get you eaten alive. You know, you can't be that way. You have to have that, that ready to go to war side as well. But this has been another late night discussion. You guys let me know what you think about this. Um, I'm sure a lot of guys was probably raised to be a man of peace, because that's how mothers unfortunately raise their sons. But this has been another late night discussion. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll be talking to you very soon.